Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Right. Hopefully my mic's working. Should be all good. Let me just do some. Let's ping up. First. I'll wait a bit. I think I'll start off with the old drivers' standings and everything in a second. Yeah. Lovely. Should be starting soon, and then I'll get an introduction on the go and everything like that. Oh wait, hang on. Is that coming through twice? Don't want that. That is going to come out in the game lobby, isn't it? Let's do this then. Start a party. Oh, he's on PC in here, so I can't do that. Oh, fuck's sake. Do a fucking start a party with? That's not. I need to actually. I'm a private with the disastrous attempts. Thank you, Cretheus. It was a long time, mate. I'm still burnt out now, mate. Still burnt out now. I'm not surprised, mate. I killed loads of people. Like, I generally haven't. I played it a little bit, obviously, at the start of the new expansion, and then a few months in, stopped. I haven't played it since. Don't even have a sub at the moment. I'd like to get back into it, but I just every time I think about raiding, I just like, oh, get shivers, mate, shivers. Should be getting going with Formula One in a few minutes' time. I think it starts at 1:45. As far as I'm aware, I think everyone's in. Avi's got to select a car. Ping up. Before I don't want to be read now while qualifying's going on, so let's just get this done. So, this one here. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream tonight. It is RPR round 4 at Hungary. I'm your host tonight, DxT Hobo, as Hobo is away gallivanting on his holidays with his family. Up in... can't remember what he said. Generally can't remember what he said, but hopefully you have a good holiday, Hobo. Evening, Moreland. So let's start off with the driver standings to get it over and done with before quali properly starts. Leading the way currently, we've got Jack Latus on 75 points. Hello, Mrs. Cole. Nice seeing everyone. I know. I took a break for a while. I was learning things, mate. I took a break for a while. I was learning things. T-Pain, thank you very much for that. That's it. Great Yarmouth. That's it. Thank you. I couldn't remember where it was, which is annoying because I literally told someone earlier on where he was. I remembered it then, didn't I? Sorry. So yeah, first place at the moment, Jack Later, 75 points. Second place, Johnny Stokes on 68. Johnny, I don't think he's here tonight either, so could fall a bit behind tonight. Third place, we've got Moyland on 34. Fourth place, Speedy on 27. Fifth place, we've got a guy with one of the greatest names on the planet, Alex, on 24 points. Sixth place, Avi on 22. 7th place, Cherry on 21. 8th place, Frenzy on 18. 9th place, James Owl on 16. 10th place, Chubb on 14. 11th place, Carl on 12 points. 12th place, Robson Racer on 5. 13th, Aludifa on 3. 14th, Remax on 2. 15th, Scotty on 1. Then we've got Erez, GGC, El Stefano, Ikaldik, and Andreas all on no points there. And then we switch over to the team standings, and leading the way we've got Ferrari on 89, second place Aston Martin on 69, third place AlphaTauri on 48, fourth place Red Bull on 34, fifth place Alpine on 24, sixth place Mercedes on 22, seventh place Williams on 18, eighth place Haas on 15, ninth place McLaren on 5, and at the bottom of the pile with nil points is Alfa Romeo. So we need to see a bit of a step up from the Alfa Romeo boys, which I don't even know. Okay, maybe there's not someone assigned to Alfa Romeo, maybe, by looking at this. Not properly, anyway. So, that's the drivers and the constructors standings done and dusted for now, which is nice. We should be... oh, yeah, it starts in 22 seconds. So... for anyone watching who doesn't know, this is obviously a no assist league, so at least at the moment. So at the moment, there's no racing line, no traction control, none of that good stuff that a lot of people use for these drivers tonight. So we jump into it now. So full quali by the looks of things. Oh, it's short quali. I say full quali. Short quali's on my screen, and then I read short qualifying. Okay, so short quali tonight. Get that on the go. I'll get everything up on the screen in a second. Short quali all season. What? What is this? I mean, low key kind of. Well, I don't know. It just means it's going to finish quicker, isn't it? Is it to make it finish earlier? I guess was there a vote? Was there a vote, or did was it Rob? Did Rob just like put his foot down? Did Rob go, look, I don't want to wait around for half hour, everyone's qualifying, so it's just going to be short qualifying. Is that what Rob said? I can see Rob saying that. I'd do the same thing. Here we go. My sound's coming through the chat for the game, which I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. Let me see if I can change that. Push to talk. Default. Yeah, maybe that will work. Right, so if I mute that, no, it's still coming through. Great. Great. They're gonna push to talk. Okay, so I've done push to talk on the game, so hopefully the stream can still hear me. If someone can confirm that, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, I'll just mute myself. Although if I don't get an answer, then I guess I've muted myself. So let's hope. Confirmed. Boof. Fucking big brained it, didn't I? Big brained it. Oh, Mr. Carl. going. Radio check. Mic check, mic check. We got anyone going out? Oh, we have Cherry on an out and out. Let's quickly go on board with Cherry then. It is beautiful. Nice view for once, for now. A little bit what? Well, actually, it's an out lap, doesn't really matter. So I say we're a little bit around turn 3, but it doesn't really matter, does it? In fact, turn 2 that was. So, good evening, James. So yeah, good evening, everybody. And like I said at the start, this is the round 4 of the RPR No Assists League. Obviously for Monday nights around Hungary. Currently just on board with Cherry on his outlap, who doesn't like the tarmac, prefers to go offline and go on the paint. Absolutely loves it. Who else we got now? Werrald, Scotty, Rob Mackey, Shorty, Shawty. I can never, I don't know, I would never be able to say Shawty. Normally I don't think. I'll try to. Just for the stream. Javi's out there, Mr. Smooth as well. So here we go, Cherry. Let's go on board with him as he's about to start. Oh wait, Cherry, is it a boy? Is it a he or she? I can't remember. There we go. Anyway, Cherry starting the lap on the rundown now to turn 1. Here we go. Oh, I thought they broke themselves then. Here we go, DRS wide open on the rundown now to turn 2. Let's see what kind of lap Cherry can pop in here. Nicely done through turn 2. Now the quick turn 3. And another turn 4, which can be a bit of a bitch for some people. It's not as bad in this game because there's more grip. The cars actually react a lot better, but it can still bite you in the arse. Cherry's a lamppost. Okay, that's fine. So here's 6, 7 of it. Yep. So turn 10, 11. On the rundown now to turn 12 for Cherry. Lighting up the streets, like he's lighting up the purple sectors because he's a lamppost. Round turn 13. And now final corner for Cherry. What are they going to do? Crosses the line for a 1:17.2. And we're going to see who's going to be next across the line. I think it's going to be is it going to be Rob? It looks like it could be Rob there. Yeah, it's going to be Rob. What's Rob going to do? Already quite a few seconds off the pace here. So obviously he'll be going again. And then next behind, I think we've got Werrald. What's Werrald looking like? A 1:21.5. Okay. They've obviously had a few offs here. Who's next across the line? Looks like we've got an Alpha. Is it Sade? Here we go. What's what you're going to do? 1:18.6. So Cherry, I was about to say Cherry looking quite good though, but then Scotty sets a 1:16.8, and Cherry's not too far off that, so still looking alright so far. Now obviously this is sort of quali, so this is for the pole position. This is for all of it, every last ounce of everything right now. Jack Lace is on his outlap. Okay, let's jump on board with Jack and see what he's got. Obviously the current leader of the championship, reigning champion if I'm not mistaken. Maybe like multiple reigning champion. I don't know how many times he's won in a row. Here we go, down into turn 1 for Jack now. Brakes nice and late, throws it into the apex. Nice and easy. On the exit, now down to turn 2. Little bit of curve to open up the corner. Got that car turning in really nicely with whatever setup he's using through turn 3. How's he going to handle turn 4? Is it going to be a lift? Is it going to be flat? Let's find out. Yeah, big lift. Oh, and he's gone wide. That's what can happen, but he hasn't invalidated, so he moves. He keeps going. Turn 5 into 6 and 7 now. It's a naughty little chicane. Now around turn 8 at 1:16.5 from Chubb. See what Jack can do. Still be on for a quite good time. Now on the run down to turn 12. Obviously his teammate Chubb with a 1:16.5. Regional pole this early on in the session. Jack's gonna want to beat that. Here he comes now to turn 14. Final corner, get it nice and tight in there. Eases on full throttle, and it's going to be a 1:15.5. So even with that runoff, he's absolutely smashed it. Little ass kicker. 116.8 there, up to third position. What else we've got going on? Where's got Errors in 8th, LUD for in 7th. So Cherry's currently down to 6th. Shorty's 9th, 10th, Rob Mackey, 11th, GGC, Werrald in 12th. Moreland obviously has invalidated this lap, so he'll be coming back in. Getting ready to go again on a fresh set of boots, probably. Yeah, he's got a bit of time. He might just come back in and change and go out again just to get a banker, but I can see maybe a new set of tyres. So Frenzy's on the out lap. Does Frenzy actually qualify in this? I've never seen Frenzy do a qualifying lap, I don't think ever. I'm just gonna we'll jump on board with James Al. And then we've got Ikaldik. In fact, Ikaldik's actually further through the lap, so we're going to jump on board. He's just coming down to turn 12 now. So let's jump on board with Ikaldik and see what Ikaldik. Well, I'm English, man. I can't pronounce names. Ikaldik, I think, if I'm going off like Virgil van Dijk, we'll go Ikaldik. We'll go that. We'll say that. Here we go, about to cross the line. It's going to be a 120 or 121? 120.6. So up to 12th for Ikaldik there. And then James Al goes 10th with a 118.6. But he is on the medium tyre, so a few bankers. Anyone else do mediums? Just James. So 10th on the set of mediums. Getting a bit of time there on going on to the softs. But decent little banker for him. What's Moyna doing? Moyna's still in the pits. Frenzy is actually qualifying. Alright, well, let's jump on board with this. I've got absolute definitive proof that Frenzy's actually qualifying right now. Let's see if it's what sort of time Frenzy can set. On the run down now to turn 2. Doesn't take quite as much curb. Runs a little bit deep, but you can also take that line. Get quite a bit of grip out of there. Through turn 3 now. On the run down to turn 4. Let's see how he approaches this. I'm expecting another big let off like pretty much everyone does. Off the throttle. Still runs a little bit wide there, but doesn't mean you can't put in a good time. We've seen that already from Jack. Through turn 5, down to a little chicane, turn 6 and 7. There we go. Not quite as tight as maybe he'd like to be. Through turn 8 now. 9, this is a very fast kind of swinging section, but invalidate by going wide there, so that is Frenzy's lap over. But could you still carry on, just get a bit more used to it. Who else we've got out there? We've Aludifa. Aludifa's invalidated, so not much else going on. We've got Cherry back in an out lap. Erez and Chaudet on another out lap. Moylan's on another out lap as well. Who's going to cross that line first? It's looking like the Alpha of, in fact, that's James Al going into the pit. So we're looking for, that's Frenzy. It's going to be, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, right, there's Aludifa going in the pit. That's what I was looking for. So it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, where's the old Alpha Romeo looking for Cherry? Do some broadcast, mate. Let's get off the old onboard, see what's going down. So Cherry now coming out of turn 1 on the run down to turn 2, looking to improve on the 117.2 that they did first lap. See if that's possible. Check the sector times as they come across. Okay, 700ths of a second up on his time currently, so looking promising so far. He could obviously make some time up in other parts of the lap. I can't remember if it was the second sector or third sector that it looked a bit not quite as neat as it could have been, so definitely some time to be found. Bond will be looking to find probably about probably about 7 seconds at least. Oh, maybe, okay, maybe not quite. Yeah, no, about 7 seconds for Bond. So let's see what Cherry can do. I missed the sector 2 time there to see how much they were up, but close to the finish line now, just around turn 13 into the final corner. It's a little bit wider. I've noticed I'll look at some of the others, but so going to be a 117.1, so it does improve by a 100th of a second. Sorry, by a 10th of a second. Who else we've got crossing the line? Erez now. I think we're going to miss a couple of others. We're going to miss maybe, is it going to be Moyland? We did indeed. A Moyland 116.0 there in that Red Bull, so he found 7.5 seconds, but obviously expected, so his first lap was trash. Evening, Syro, how are you, mate? How's it going? So at the moment we've got Jack Laters on provisional pole, second place Moyland, Chubb in third, Little Ass Kicker in fourth. Shit, I went straight. Wow. That's unfortunate, mate. That's unlucky for you. It's good, man. It happens, it happens. Yeah, not too bad, sorry, mate. Not too bad. Filling in for the old hobo because he's out on his holidays. So what else we got going on now? Erez is down currently. Let's go. Let's do Shorty. Let's do Shorty. So he's just coming around turn 10 on the run down. No, it's turn 11. Sorry, just on the run down to turn 12 now. Okay, he's backed out of that. Goes in the pits. Avi. Well, Avi's okay. 3 temps up currently. So let's stay on board with Avi here. See what Avi can do. Just coming through turn 13 now. It's looking like quite a nice lap from Avi so far. It's my first time, so it's not too surprising. Mate, it'll take a bit. Is this your first time racing this league, or is it this first time you running like completely no assists? Or 1:16.2 from Avi, it's not to fourth, a decent lap time from Avi. So I mean, the top second, third, and fourth very, very close. Half a second away from Jack though. Ireland. Little ass kicker, not too far behind either. Same with Scotty, there or thereabouts. First time in this league. Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got a wow. Oh, Jack sets a 1:15.1 to get to put pole position even further out of the reach of everyone else. Oh, fair play, mate. Well, I've commentated on this league. I mean, it's my first time back commentating for like a season and a half probably. But I used to commentate on this league with Hobo, who does it now. Good bunch of lads in here, good racing etiquette. So I think once you've found your feet, mate, you'll settle in really nicely. Just got to try and maybe brush off the nerves or something coming into here. You always want to try and impress. Never feel like it's not worth the bother. Well, it depends how much you think you can find, Moyland. If you reckon you can find 9/10 of a second, then stick them on, mate. If you think you can't, I reckon you could probably find. What do you reckon you've got left in you? I reckon you've got half a second in you. But I don't reckon you've got a 15.1 in you. I reckon you've got a 15.5. That's not me trying to be nasty, Moyland. It's just me, you know, just saying. Just saying. Oh, McDutchface. Hello, my friend. Yeah, it's been a while, mate. How are you? Maybe 5 minutes out of push, they reuse that. So you did only use, yeah, so 5 temps. Yeah, so half a second, right? So there's Jack. I mean, it did miss that fast pole lap, actually, but the last kick is coming in, 5th place still. So it's looking quite close from like 2nd to about, what? 2nd to 5th? 6th. Scotty's in the pit still, about to come out on his outlap here. James Owls invalidated this lap, going to come in probably. He's out on the mediums again, so this will be coming in probably. What's he going to go for, a set of softs? Set of softs for his final run. He's going to have to get in and get out fairly sharpish. Erez is out there on his outlap now, so Scotty. Anyone close? That's the Merc. Is that of Erez? Yeah, Erez is getting there. Coming back to start the 3rd sector, so we'll stay with Erez and follow Erez to see if he can improve his 1:17.4 to lift him up the order. Moylan's back on his outlap too, so we'll try and watch Erez and then move down to Scotty and then to Moyland. But Moyland's last, so it'll be, who I said, Cherry. Lucky you don't have start last. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, obviously you've got Carly just rejoined and Frenzy, who doesn't usually qualify anyway, mate. So usually you'll never be starting last with Frenzy not qualifying. So here we go with Erez now coming through turn 3. See how he takes turn 4. I'm intrigued to see. I mean, every time I've been on board with someone that's taking turn 4, actually, they've always ended up going wide. But Erez not succumbing to the pressure and making it through there quite nicely. On the run down now to turn 6 and 7. This little hairpin, little chicane. Turn 8, turn 9. Turn 10 here. 11. I actually missed the sector time, but about to find this one. Half a second up. That'll put him 169. That'll put him up to about 7th. depends how much he finds here. He could pip Scotty, but obviously Scotty's out on another lap looking to improve, so could see areas jump up quite a bit. Everyone's coming out now. The only person that stayed in, he'll be Jack, but he already will be on his way out soon. Trying another one if he needs to. So here we go. Areas across the line. A 1:16.8. The does just pip Scotty, so I found a little bit of extra time there. And then where's old? Who's next? It's Cherry, right? Pretty sure it's Cherry next across the line. Everyone else about to start their lap, so Cherry shouldn't actually get held up here. What can Cherry do? 13, 14. Oh, does 600ths of a second there. Doesn't quite get out of the 117s, but is there. And now on board with Moylan, but I don't think Moylan's the next one across. I'm pretty sure Scotty. Yeah, here's Scotty. Scotty on the soft tyres. I don't know. Oh, okay, that's all well off. So we'll jump back on board with Moylan as he navigates the last corner. Oh, he's well down as well. Is he going just for another one? Maybe they've just gone out for two. So let's do an on board with Moylan's. Jack's back on his out lap, seeing if he can improve. Probably won't need to. Let's see what Moylan can do. Try and jump on that. Great, mate. What about you? Oh, yeah, I'm all good, man. Doing content first. I'm just filling in for a Hobo this week, actually. But I might actually be able to start doing it again full time. I will see. I'll speak to Hobo as well and see if it's. The only time I can't make it is if I stay away for work, but don't stay away as much anymore unless we have to travel up to York. So might be alright. I'll see. So here we go. Moylan now navigating around turn 9. 10. I didn't check his X1. He was slightly up. He's down now. 600ths of a second down on his time. Probably not going to be an improvement unless you can find a little bit of extra pace coming through this very final couple corners now. What's he going to do? Let's open it up for this sweeping view. I like this view. They've sorted out the cameras slightly on this game. Slightly. So here we go. A 1:15.9. So it does improve, but not by much. But Avi there. Cool, I'll tell you what, he needed that improvement. Because Avi jumps up to third on 1:15.985 and Moylan went to a 1:15.962. Yeah, so what's Jack doing? Is Jack even? No, he's cool. He's going for it. He's slightly down currently, but he was more of an update. He might be able to. He's going to try and get 1:14. I think that's what he wants. Oh, 0.008 of a second he improves by. I think he really wanted to get out of the. I think he wanted to get into 1:14s there, but 1:15.1, 0.8 of a second difference here. There's Avi done. Everyone is now done. So, yeah, that's a. Yeah, those curbs suck actually, Moylan. But yeah, I mean, you needed that improvement anyway. It got you in front of Avi, so that was kind of that was ideal for you. So here we have it. This is the final qualifying positions as we see it right now on the screen. So we've got Jack latest on pole, second place Moylan, third place Avi, fourth place Chubb, fifth place Little Ass Kicker, sixth place Erez, seventh place Scotty, eighth Cherry, ninth Audi, third 10th Chaldea, 11th James Owl, 12th GGC, 13th Rob Mackey, 14th Caldike. Can't wait to board the start and lose second anyway. I mean, your starts have been alright recently, Moylan, so you know, you never know, mate. Yeah, I did. I think that when I saw, I don't know if Carl managed to get back in or not, but I saw him leave, so I was thinking it'll be a reset. Let's hope he doesn't disqualify anyone straight off the grid like it did with me at Monaco. It seems like even restarts are fucked. So we'll do that. Hopefully, I don't want to have to reset my game because I have to reset stream, so hopefully I can just get back in and it'll be all good. But I'll tell you what I'll do. Okay, I can't even pause it. Lovely. Don't do this. I can't pause it to leave the game. Hopefully. Hey, that's what I was waiting for. Gonna let me just move on. Race director ends. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, well, I hope so, McDutchface, man. I'm going to try and hopefully stream a bit more as well because I haven't streamed in a long time. I want to try and get back into streaming a little bit, just some different games every now and then. Would be quite nice. I remember you watching me a lot when I was doing the old New World hype. I need to start streaming every game I play. I started doing that and I've just completely stopped. Right. Can I now leave this game, please? That would be fantastic. Come on. Come on. I feel like, okay, sweet. Quit the main menu, yes. Okay, step one. Leave this game. Better not. Cheeky, nice little song on the way as well. And then, friends! Your friends! Look at that, mate. Let's see if we can get back in nice and swift. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. So we're just reloading the lobby because a few people couldn't get back in, and obviously if people try and join in during the qualifying, it tends to mess up the lobbies on this game. So usually if there's any problems with people leaving and having to rejoin in quali, our lobby gets reset anyway. Don't know if you can see in the back of this, that's my team car there, the orange and blue one, the sexy, sleek one back there. I know, it'll come back soon, don't worry. Go on, Fred again. Mrs. Carl, if you're still here, I think you should change your gamer tag to a little ass kicker as well, because I think that'll suit you down to the ground. Or you could be like the ass kicker, something like that. Alright, here we go. Everyone's coming back in. I don't think Carl will let me change it again. Well, that's why you kick his ass, Mrs. Carl. Make a statement for the name, mate. Here we go, close now. I think... What are we waiting for? Oh, did you kick his ass as I'm better than him? To be fair, you are rapid on this game now. Are you... what assists have you gone for, Miss Carl? Have you gone no assists, or what are you rocking with? I think we're waiting for 2 people? I think it's 2. Pretty sure we had 17 last time round. Oh, McDutchface comes in. Nino, Nino. Racing line, medium TC, maybe. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I've gone well, I went fully no assist with no racing line, nothing like that. But I put it on for Monaco because I was not fucking doing Monaco with no assists and then no racing line. But then it turned out it didn't even matter because obviously the lobby reset and then I got disqualified apparently for reversing on the start line, someone said, when obviously I was going forward. So it lasted not even to Zandvoort. So it was great. great effort there. My plan is to use racing line until I get used to the braking on some tracks and then take it off. But still just running no ABS, no TC and things like that. But my pace is shocking at the moment while I do that. It was never fucking amazing anyway, but it's super shocking now. But hopefully I can get a bit more in. Wow, I say I like to practice more, but I can, I just don't. And I played another game instead. So we're still waiting for a couple of people, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be 17, is it not? Ari Defa, Avi, Erez, Last Kicker, Werald, Nicole Dyke, Cherry, we're waiting for... Where's Scotty? I guess we need Scotty. And... We're building? What are you building at Dutch Face? What are you building? Anything good? You building a new rig? What are you building? I'm intrigued. Come share with us. McDutchface share time. McDutchface story time with DxT Nevo. I'm assuming we're having some problem with people joining again. I'm assuming Scotty's struggling. Oh, there's Scotty now. So we're still waiting for one more, if I remember correctly. I don't think who else joined. Oh, that's it, Sade. How do I forget him, man? I'm trying to think. I was thinking I'd know who's missing, but I don't remember. Okay, so Scotty and Shorty. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You got to T-paint it. I want to say it all the time, but then it takes so much longer to say Shorty than Shorty, and in a race sometimes things happen so quickly. Only will. Did you get a fan attack with Dutch Face? Did you go fucking balls to the wall, mate? You splashed the cash. Looks like we're readying up. Very nice. Your mental, yes. Oh, McDutch Face. What a lad. Straight on the fan attack, mate. When you're racing again with Dutch Face, are you waiting for... Is your old rig broken? Or are you... I don't know, are you racing this season? I can't remember, because you did stop for a bit. Unless I'm mistaken. Go tell me, I'll try and listen, but I can't multitask because you know. Don't worry, mate, you're from Sheffield. I'm surprised you can even tie your shoes. In fact, I'm not sure you can. You probably have Velcros or slip-ons. Or your missus does them for you. Get sick of waking up early where you go to work just so you can tie your fucking shoelaces. Maybe as a reserve. Well, mate, you buying a fan attack? Well, you got to be racing something. No, just tuck through laces in it. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. You don't even have laces, mate. Don't lie. You got those little elastic things, the little stretchy ones. Little shoehorn to get your heel in. So we go 12 seconds until the race. Let's hope the grid is set up correctly. I can't fully remember how it went, but hopefully, I think Rob set up the lobby. Hopefully he did. Waiting for players. I'll do a quick rundown of the grid as well when we get into it, and I can see. I know the top 4. We've got 5. Should be Jack Latus, Moyland, Avi, Chubb. The last kicker, I think, was 5th. But I mean, if that's wrong, then I only know top 4. Waiting for players for a while. Is there a little issue? I mean, you gotta love it, eh? They might have made the game a lot better, but their servers still blow. Multi-billion-pound company, mate. They should have the best servers known to man. Anyone can let me know if they've if I'm the one that's stuck or not. That also, if people load in and I'm still on here, just give me a shout. I mean, they'd have to restart the whole lobby again for the commentator, so a bit OTT. No, just waiting. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, of course, everyone's got to do setups and stuff. I didn't think it gave this long though. I suppose if you don't ready up, you get longer, don't you? Uh, Doesn't count some advances. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, well, we'll just wait. Maybe you could tell us some interesting facts about Sheffield while we wait, Moyland. I'll be surprised if you can pull up one. Aren't you from Sheffield as well, though, James? It's kind of it's pretty counterproductive, mate. Sheffield is the oldest football club in the world. Was that Wednesday or United? I can't remember what one came first. But here we go now on the formation lap. Werrald and Ikaldike just qualified. Probably had a little clip, a little coming together. Do you want telemetry up? Yeah, we can check ERS and stuff actually. We'll do that. There's Rob and GGC. Frenzy there, Mr. Carl and Chaudet. So, run down here, we've got on pole Jack Later, 2nd Moyland, 3rd Avi, 4th Chubb, 5th Little Ass Kicker, 6th Erez, 7th Scotty, 8th Cherry, 9th Aud, 10th James Owl, 11th GGC, 12th Rob Mackey, 13th Ikaldike, 14th Werrald, 15th Frenzy, 16th Mr. Carl, and 17th Chaudet. So, good luck Werrald, and welcome to the league in your first race. You're lucky you came in when I was commentating because Hobo sucks. So, you got lucky with that one, mate. So here we go, they're reforming on the grid now. It's not going to give me a good view, is it? Moyland. Angled. No one's... No. Erez is coming in. A little bit further, Erez. You can do it, you can do it. Stop! Okay. Oh, this is what happened. Werrell's been disqualified for reversing off the start line, and I had the same thing in Monaco. That is brutal. So let's see how the getaway goes for Moyland and Jack. Jack gets away well. Moyland not so good, but Avi well, and he's up to second. Caldyke, Werrell both are disqualified from the session. That is an in-game bug. So Chubb there, fourth, fifth, still little ass kicker. Chubb around the outside, maybe trying to get a little move on Avi, but Moyland has managed to reclaim his place from Avi as well. Let's see what tyres everyone's run on. So we've got Jack and Moyland on the mediums, Avi, little ass kicker, on the softs. Scotty's actually on the hards. What has happened to Chubb? Oh, he's round just after turn 3. Oh, that's unfortunate, Chubb. Good qualifying. I mean, there's still plenty of time. Still early on. He's on the medium tyres. Going longer than most of these soft runners. Just going to have to check his pace. See if he can get back up there. Moyland now right on the back of... okay, that's a bit of... He's not that close, but he is very close to the back of Jack, actually. So looking maybe a bit quicker in this first couple sectors of this lap. So Avi there, falling a bit behind even on those soft tyres. But then we are looking at Jack and Moyland, and two aliens. Here, going out in front. And Moyland spurred on by his guardian angel commentating today. So, here we go. Anything happening back here? Let's turn the old tyres off now, we don't need that. Let's just look at the gaps, and that looks like Scotty... Is that James Al going up the inside of Erez? It is indeed, and he gets the job done down into turn 1. It's a nice overtake there from James. There's Cherry, so Cherry's up the road next for James. All still pretty close. You got Scotty, and then it's kind of a... Yeah, Weep. It's there's a bug in game. It happens if like you reset the you reset the lobbies because someone like can't make it or like lags out on the first one, and that will mess up the lobby. But in the second one, you restart it, and for some reason, I don't know if it's to do with if you get disqualified and get put back to the start line or not. Because I actually had the exact same thing for my race on Friday. I had the exact same thing, and I got I was literally going off the line. I got disqualified. Like I was still driving. It didn't even come up on my screen saying why. It just said I've been disqualified, and apparently it was for reversing off the grid. Someone else saw it. It said it reversing off the start line. I had the exact same thing. It's actually really weird. It is pretty much classic Codemasters, to be fair. So little ass kicker getting really close to the back of Avi. Avi dropping off the back of Moyland and Jack now, and Moyland's losing touch with Jack a little bit. It was very, very close last lap, but Zach decided to pull away. So Scotty's got LUD for James Al, Cherry and Erez for company. James Al's managed to get past Cherry. And what's going on now? LUD for, and Scotty as LUD for makes a move to turn 1. Little bit of rubbing going on as well. And Avi and little ass kicker were going at it, and Avi has lost that to little ass kicker. So now up to 3rd for little ass kicker. So looking like he's got some good pace at the moment, little ass kicker. Does he have the pace to pull away from Avi and maybe catch up with the back of Moyland? We'll have to wait and see. You're going to have to use those soft tyres. Avi could be just taking it a little bit easy and saving them softs to maybe extend them a little bit rather than taking all the life out of him. And James Al has managed to get past Scotty as well, going down to turning 6-7. So James Al looking like he's got some really nice pace. He's on those soft tyres. What's Scotty running? Scotty on those hards, wasn't he? Yeah, Scotty on those hards. So we'll be feeling a bit bad at this stage, maybe a bit slow, but still in a good position, and hopefully we'll come back to him later on. Moyland 1.2 seconds behind Jack now, so out of the DRS zone. Needs to maybe try and find his way back in there. As Mr. Carl is getting past GGC, going down into turn 11. Job done. There's Rob in 10th as well. Little bit of 1.5 seconds to get to the back of Cherry. We've got anyone close? We've got... okay, James Al on Al Udifa. This could maybe be an overtaking to turn 1. He thought about it, but decided against it. That would have been a bit of a lunge, I think, if he was going to go for that. But close. Looking like he's got some good pace at the moment on his soft tyres, James, looking to cut through the field. OUDF has fallen off the back of Avi a little bit. Well, it's actually kind of the same because it was kind of Scotty about that sort of gap away and then everyone else close by. Erez has, however, fallen off the back of Scotty quite substantially now. The gap's kind of opened up a little bit. You've got Frenzy catching up to the back of Rob, so that could be something soon. But you know, everyone about about a second to 2 seconds behind everyone else. Chubb now caught up to the back of GGC and will be looking to get past him. Is he going to go up here into turn 6? Looks like he is on the inside, and lovely overtake there from Chubb. Not wasting any time there. And here we go, James Owen OUD for still going at it. Let's see what's James going to do. I reckon he's just going to set him up for an overtake down into turn 1 with DRS assisted. 65% ERS for James and less for OUD. Oh, look at that. I think James went a lot quicker than he thought. They'd almost clipped the back of OUD and that would have been quite annoying. That could have given him some wing damage. But there we go, another place for James. Up into 5th. Someone just despawned in front of me and I accidentally drove into the Alpine and now we're both out. Yeah, it's just a glitch, like a glitch lobby, mate. It's weird, and it only usually targets like 1 or 2 cars, which is the weirdest thing about it. I think that's the weird. It's not like it messes everyone up. It's literally like 1 or 2 cars get affected by it, and I don't know what causes it. I don't know if it's if you get disqualified on like the on the formation lap or not, if that's how it kind of picks or what. So I'm to LUD for here, dropping down the order massively. Must have had a little bit of an off. I think I could zoom out, that'd be lovely. So Frenzy into 10th, still behind Rob though. He was going a little bit wide. Too big a deal though. Moylan's now 2.2 behind Jack. Little Ass Kick is 2.8 behind Moylan. So not catching up with Moylan, but is gapping Avi. James Al's 1.2 behind Avi now, so catching up with the back of him. Scotty's still sitting quite pretty on his hard tyres in 6th. Nice little gap back to Erez. Cherry 3.2 behind Erez. Coming under pressure from Rob. Shorty's just got past Al-Udifa. Looks like Al-Udifa is struggling at the moment. Has dropped about, what, 5 positions in this last lap. It looks like he's going to be overtaken by Mr. Carl as well. Let's see. Full send, Carl. Full send. Down into turn 1. Full send. Oh, Carl, you let me down, mate. Where's the T-bone? Where's the full send, Carl? You've changed. Hobo's made you soft, Carl. Hobo's made you soft. Well, there he is. Getting past him. Was that OUD for letting him go? OUD is definitely struggling with something. But I'm not sure. I don't know if he's picked. Maybe he's picked up some damage, but he just don't want to pit yet. But he's got Shorty behind him now. Let's see what happens. I mean, I handled turn 4 okay. What's going on with OUD for at the moment? Yeah, the thing is with Cody or EA, they're very good at fixing something, but then breaking something else. So I could see them fixing this, not honestly that fast, but they'll fix this, but then something else will creep in, and there'll be an even worse bug that appears. Which is usually what happens. So here we go. So OUD for was it? I swear Mr. Cole was in front of OUD for, and then did OUD for getting back? Am I seeing things? I swear down I'm not on drugs. As James Al looks to go up the inside of Avi, but not this time around down into turn 1. So there's OUD for out in front. Mr. Carl's going to have to defend from Shorty. Oh, he's got the ERS on. DRS wide open. Carl sends him to the outside. And is he going to get better traction out of this turn 1? Oh, but it's like Chubb got really good exit there. And on the run down now to turn 2. And Carl is back into 14th there, losing 2 positions in the space of a couple corners as well. So Avi has actually lost out to James Al now. Must have maybe been on the way down to turn 2 possibly. That'll be another sensible kind of overtaking place. So James Al up to 4th. Oh, a little bit of a twitch though. A little bit of a twitch coming out turn 10. Send him a little bit wide. Maybe cost him a little bit of time. Avi looks like, I don't know if he's really saving his tyres, but I feel like he's losing too much time to be saving tyres this much. It's still possible. I mean, even if you lose 10 seconds, right? If a pit stop's like 20, you're still saving 10 seconds. But maybe he's just struggling on his set of tyres, maybe not liking it. He's usually a bit quicker than this. So we're going to see, he's going to have DRS this time around though. Maybe he's got some damage which I don't know about. That is also a possibility. Going to be using a DRS though just to try and stay with James. James looks like he's got a lot of pace at this stage of the race. So we're going to have to see how quickly he can maybe catch up. He might be able to catch up with the back of a little arse kicker. We'll watch that gap. It's currently 3.7 seconds. Scotty 1.5 back from Avi. Erez 4 seconds back. So Erez, the gap hasn't really dropped that much to Scotty. It was like 3.5 I think a few laps ago. So it's not dropped loads. Frenzy's getting pretty close to the back of Rob now. Has pretty much been following him since lap 1 almost. Just hasn't made the overtake yet, but maybe he's just sizing him up. I mean, Rob has used a lot of his ERS, must be from defending Frenzy. So this could be the opportunity that Frenzy's been looking for. Trying to overtake a drained Rob. Almost pushing him around the track now. Probably turn 8, turn 9. Turn 10. Let's watch some of the exits out, so maybe some of the slow corners. Maybe that's where Rob's... I mean, medium tyres to soft tyres, maybe these soft tyres are starting to go off now, about lap 9ish. It's possible. The soft tyres do last a little bit better on this game, though. I'll tell you what, though, in a much better corner there is turn 12. Oh, it's a full safety car as OUD is out. Where is he? He's gone out, though. Ah, okay. I can't see where he's crashed. But OUD is out. Did look like he was struggling, so maybe he did have some damage. Maybe that is a possibility. So we've got a few people in the pits. We've got Cherry, Erez, Rob, Chubb, Mr. Carl, all in the pits. I'm expecting to see GGC come in as well, and he is just pooling around here. Everyone else obviously was kind of past the pit already, so didn't have that opportunity. Weeps wouldn't count on it. yeah, damn right. So safety car is just after turn 1. So everyone will actually get a chance to pit. I mean, you kind of go in safety car speed, obviously, but it depends if these guys are limited by the delta or not. I mean, I reckon they might be actually. They're not going super fast, but look like they're going a little bit quicker than. I don't know. No, they're still delta by looks of things. So I reckon we're going to see Jack coming. Yep, Moyland, is he in as well? He is indeed. Little last kicker's just come around turn 13. Expect to see him going. Is he going to stay out? What's he on? He's on the hard. He's on the softs. Yeah, he's in as well. James Al follows him in along with Avi. They're all coming in. Scotty as well. Oh, Scotty might get held up a little bit here because obviously James Al's in. But probably won't lose as much time as he would if he stayed out, possibly. I mean, Scotty's on those hard tyres as well. Maybe on those hards he could have stayed out. Maybe. Maybe he's not liking them. Maybe he wants a bit more pace. I'm assuming he's going to go for the mediums. Have a little looky. It looks like mediums to me. Yeah, mediums on for Scotty as well. Maybe 25 laps on mediums. Maybe it's possible around Hungary. Not sure on this game. Can't remember when I did it myself. So let's have a quick look at the tyres that people have changed to. So we've got Jack's on for the hards, that's to the end. Moylan's gone for the softs to maybe try and attack Jack. A little last kicker's on for medium, so is James Al. Avi's gone for the hards. Scotty's gone for mediums. Erez, Cherry, both on hards. Frenzy on softs. Shoddy on hards. Rob on mediums. Chubb on hards. Mr. Carl on mediums. GGC on softs. So Moylan with those softs. Gonna be looking to attack Jack. He's going to have to try and attack Jack early on, maybe try and get in front of him, maybe even try and pull away. You're going to have to use up those softs because he's obviously going to need to pit again. He might be another safety car, you don't know. So currently lap 10 out of 35. Got Jack in the lead, followed by Moylan, followed by Little Last Kicker, followed by James Owl, followed by Avi, 6th Scotty, 7th Erez, 8th Cherry, 9th Frenzy, 10th Shorty, 11th Rob, 12th Chubb, 13th Mr. Carl, and 14th GGC. Currently out of the race, we've got LUD for Werreld and Ekeldike. Ekeldike and Werreld got a bit messed up by a bit of a glitch by the seams of things, and LUD for DNF'd. I think he must have had some damage because he was slipping down the order. Had to have been a bit of a problem because LUD is usually pretty consistent in his pace. So just to drop that far back is quite uncharacteristic. Especially how fast it happened as well. So safety car should be in at the end of this lap. Everyone, well, actually we're waiting for the for GGC. Is he going to catch up by the end? I don't know. I think he'll be pretty close to catching up. Because coming down that big straight now, they haven't really gone much further, but let's see. On with GGC, I mean it's 29 seconds. We'll try and watch his time, see how quickly it comes down. Coming through turn 2 now. They've just gone through turn 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9. It's going to be close, but he has just done like 10 seconds. I reckon he'll just about make it. I think he'll be fine. Yeah, he's just yeah, he's proper catching up now, going through this section here. Right, let's see what happens. I mean, it can decide to come in really, really late. He's 9.9 off, and you'll be able to see him in a second just as he comes through this turn 11 here. You'll see him all there. Safety car is in this lap, so he's going to have really nice hot tyres, GGC, for this restart. Let's see if Jack's managed to heat his up. Moylan's given him a bit of a swerve on. He's warming up my shoes. So when's Jack going to go? That is the question. Still weaving, still weaving, still weaving. Still weaving. He's going to leave this late as possible. Doesn't want anyone to try and get the jump on him down into turn 1. And he's gone right now. Doesn't look like he's caught anyone out. Moylan's right on the back of him. Uses the slipstream. He's got those soft tyres on as well. He's going to be super fast for this stage of the Grand Prix. Jack slightly covers off the inside. Moylan's round the outside, and I think that the traction might even just drive him round. Going to the outside. Come on, game. Come on, game. Look at that. Didn't get as much traction as I thought, but maybe through here. Oh, this could be Zandvoort all over again. How now, children? There we go. Moylan is all over the back of Jack currently on those soft tyres. And Little Ass Kicker's right up there too, almost following him through. Where's Moylan going to try and get the job done? Going to have to make the most of the extra traction he's got right now before those hards heat up. Scotty gets past Avi. No DRS yet either, so Moylan's going to have to purely do this on speed. But if you can get better traction out of the slow corners, which he should be able to do with those softer tyres, but Jack so far holding on quite nicely. Waiting for them hards to get some temperature in. Let's see how this goes. Doesn't look like Jack's struggling at the moment with those hards, but Moylan definitely was a bit quicker through turn 13 with that traction. Is he going to get it here? Could this be the chance? He's not as close as he was on the restart, but let's see how it goes. Okay, Moylan deciding not to use anything, just follow him through. Maybe he's just going to wait for DRS. He should still have the pace on him on the softs. So get a little ass kicker there as well for company. James, Al, Scotty, Avi. We've got Chubb getting past Erez, going down into turn 1. Chubb and Erez both on those hard tyres, so Chubb now up to 9th position. Decent recovery so far. Oh no, is that GGC? It is GGC. Round at turn 1. Unfortunate. But not too far behind. So he can still catch up to the back of Mr. Carl. Mr. Carl's on the back of Cherry and Rob. Rob's on the back of Erez. Obviously, Erez just been overtaken by Chubb, so I'm expecting Chubb to gap a little bit. James Al's getting close to the back of Little Ass Kicker. Little Ass Kicker falling off the back of Moylan a little bit without outside of that DRS window, which could see James Al be able to pick him off quite easily. So Moylan now very close to Jack still. Maybe, is he even closer than last time? It's very samey. It's very samey. About 0.4 of a second. Other gaps we've got going on. A few others. Let's watch this to see if Moylan can make a move down into turn 1. He looks a little bit closer, fastest lap of the race. Neither of them's using. This could be the time. Is he going to try and send it? He is going... Oh... Tried it up the inside, but Jack had it covered. I think if... Okay, ERS-wise, they're both very, very samey. Moylan on a couple % lead. The last kicker fends off James Owl. We've got Frenzy here up in 7th. Being followed by Shorty, but tracking down Avi. Avi on those hard tyres and Frenzy on those softs. Shorty on the hards as well, so I'm expecting Frenzy to try and cut through the field a little bit. See where he's going to try and do it. We'll have a couple of opportunities around here. There's a few overtaking spots around here. Depends how daring you are. There we go. There goes Scotty, then Avi, then Frenzy, then Shorty, then Chubb. Chubb is slowly catching to the back of Shorty. Erez being followed by Rob. Rob looking to maybe get into that point, one of the points positions in 10th there. But Rob's got Cherry and Mr. Carl. Mr. Carl looking very close to the back of Cherry as well. Cherry's on those hard tyres, so Mr. Carl needs to make the most of these mediums and the extra grip. Cherry goes defensive. The Haas and the AlphaTauri look so similar, it's actually kind of annoying. But going down the straight now, we've got Moylan and Jack. I think Moylan maybe a little bit further away than he was last time. Or was he? He looks actually much closer, much faster. Actually, I think he decided to use some ERS this time. Up the inside now for Moylan on Jack. And it's cut off a bit of the track here. Here they come, and Moylan does manage to get the overtake done on Jack. So, I mean, both still very same on ERS, so Moylan maybe used a little bit just to help him with the extra bit of speed, but definitely had a bit of extra boost going through there. Now needs to try and pull away, use those softs, gap him, get out of that DRS. The last thing you want is for Jack to be close to you when those softs go off and those hards are obviously fine and dandy. That's not what you want. Little last kicker, still win, tracked down by James Owl. James in the military, mate. You think he's not going to let you go easy, little last kicker, mate. He's trained for this. Both on medium tyres, so no tyre advantage. It's going to be pure pace. Little last kicker looking pretty good at the moment, though. Had some very good pace. Just falling off the back of the two aliens, Moylan and Jack. But that's to be expected. James Anna, oh, it looks like he just slipped outside that DRS window. Last kicker, Moylan with a 118.3, another fastest lap of the race. But didn't manage to break DRS before here, but Jack's not going to get enough of a benefit. I mean, we'll get a double dose of it, but I think at the end of this lap, if Moylan keeps up this pace, he won't have it for next lap. So Moylan really needs to get a move on now with those soft tyres. Pretty outsick. Jack's probably going to try to go to the end now. I mean, if there's another safety car, then obviously it helps Moylan out, but then Jack will be on a fresh set of softs behind Moylan if that's how it plays out. So yeah, Moylan look almost broken that 1 second barrier though, and it has just toppled over to just over a second now. Little last kicker 2.5 behind James, down now 2.5 behind Little last kicker, so really poor last lap from James. Fell back a lot. I wonder if he's picked up, has he got some problem? The tyres overheating or a little bit of damage we can't see. Scotty now catching up to the back of his teammate. Avi's still 2.3, he's got Frenzy for company on those softs. Frenzy's an Avi and Sade sandwich. See what Frenzy's going to try and do on this lap. If he can get close enough, he might be able to have a go at Avi down the back straight, possibly. And Mr. Carl pretty close to the back of Erez as well. So a couple of battles. Shorty's Scotty has caught up to within a second of James Owl. James Owl's dropped off massively to the back of the last kicker. Here we go. Bit of overtake. DRS for Frenzy on Avi. Is he going to try and give it a go down to turn 1? Not close enough. Avi been pretty clever with how he's defending. Oh, and he tried to... Frenzy tried to get the traction on the inside line there. Try and pop it around the outside of Avi going down into turn 2, but lost the back end. Is now on the grass. And he's dropping down the field. He's going to drop out. He's going to lose out to... He lost out to Erez as well. And Cherry. So Frenzy now 13th place. Unfortunate for Frenzy there. But we've still got Rob, Mr. Carl and Erez all very close. Cherry not too far back. Maybe just biding his time. Oh, 3-second time over for Mr. Carl. Nah, naughty, naughty. What else we got? So James out has obviously lost out to Scotty actually. Missed that overtake. And now he's slipping off the back of Scotty massively. What's going on with James? Must have picked up some sort of damage. Did he ride a curb? Did he ride the curb with the chicane? Has he got some floor damage or something? His pace is just gone. He was looking rapid. Carving through the field. Something's definitely happened. To try and find out later on. Gap between Moylan and James now, Moylan and Jack now is 2.1 seconds. So needs a bit more. The softs will start going off soon. So definitely needs a bit more of a gap before we can think of anything. But so far so good for Moyland. Little Ass Kicker 3.1 back from Jack. 3.7 back from Little Ass Kicker is Scotty. James is now closed in a little bit on the back of Scotty now. So maybe he just had a few, maybe his tyres were overheated and he's called back down now. Maybe he's just had a few poor laps, which is also obviously possible. Usually very consistent, but can happen. What else we got close? Rob has actually been overtaken by Mr. Carl. So Rob's going to have to try and get that place back, down in 10th. Erez as well, chasing Rob down, and you've got Cherry coming through within that 1 second window now. So Cherry's gained a few tenths of a second to get to the back of this little group. We also have Frenzy coming back as well. Gap's now 2.1 seconds. So we're about to see a 5-way battle soon, I reckon. GGC just at the back chilling. Nice little leisurely drive. Trying to catch up to the back of Frenzy. Jack's actually got it was just under 2 seconds then on that lap. Jack's seems to be alright in the RS as well. Moylan's not looking too shabby either on that. James out just out of a second over his teammate there, so not getting DRS down the 2 DRS zones. As Rob looks like he's got, he did, but he's gone real deep and actually lost out to Erez in doing that. So Mr. Carl's still in 9th, Erez now up to 10th, and Rob is down to 11th. Didn't see if he locked up, jumped on too late, but just went deep going into turn 1 after trying to overtake. Maybe it was avoidance as well. Maybe could have been trying to avoid Mr. Carl. Or maybe Rob didn't want to lock up or something. But managed to keep it on the track. That's the most important thing. Lives to fight another day and he's still pretty close. Cherry, though, now is on the back of him quite closely. Frenzy is slowly closing the gap as well. Jack's now only 1.5 seconds behind Moyland. So those softs look like they're wearing out a little bit, to the fact that the hards are actually becoming a better tyre right now. So Moyland not getting the gap that he probably wanted to get. But so we're on lap 20 out of 35, so over half distance now. Chubb is very close to the back of Shorty. But the question is, did Shorty overtake Chubb, or is Chubb looking to make... I mean, Chubb's getting closer. So let's see what he's got planned now. I had a double helping of the DRS. Just through third 3 now. Oh, sorry. Let's see what Chubb's got. Got the Minerales to get the job done on Shorty, and where's he going to try and do it? Might be just be eyeing Shorty up right now. What tyres is Shorty on? Is that the hards as well? It looks like the hards as well. It is the hards as well. So the hards now look like they're kind of coming to their own. Looking pretty good. A few laps to warm up. So we should maybe start to see maybe even Avi start closing up to the back of James. He's fallen off the back of Scotty even more. Not liking his medium tyres. Aries picks up a 3-second penalty. So that doesn't... Well, it bodes well for people behind him, but not so good for himself. Rob's teetering on that DRS zone. He's just getting a little bit of time over Erez there to get DRS, because he's got Cherry for very close company now. Cherry could be looking at making a move. Maybe these hards are definitely coming to their own. Everyone that's all of a sudden gone onto hard tyres is starting to catch up. Avi's catching up loads to the back of James as well. Rob's struggling on the exit of turn 14, and Chubb has managed to get past Shorty through turn 1. Shorty going a little bit wide, so that was obviously quite close between those two. But Chubb now up to 7th. Oh, what's happened here? That it's Jack. That looked like something happened to Jack. He's now 4.6 seconds behind Moylan. Did he run wide? It looked like he run wide at turn 5. Well, when I looked at it anyway, 4.8 now, so 2.5 in front of little last kicker. But obviously Jack did have some pace, so I'm expecting him to start closing back up now to the back of Moyland. I wonder. I mean, Moylan doesn't really have an opportunity to pit. If he pits now, he's going to come up in a lot of traffic and be quite far down and having to fight his way back through. So I don't know if he's going to try and hold on with these softs until maybe another safety car. But I'm not sure what his options are right now. He's not going to get those softs to the end. They'll be so slow by the end of it. They're going to punch it before that. There's too far to go, surely. Surely they'll not go the distance. Any other close battles? Shorty is still within DRS of Chubb, but that's what's keeping him close at the moment. Aries is pretty close to the back of Mr. Carl, but I think a bit too far back to try and make a move down into turn 1. Yep, too far back, but Cherry's there. Cherry's got past Rob. And now Frenzy's on the back of Rob, so we could see Rob lose another place. Oh, 3-second time penalty for James Al. And who's that round? That looks like, is that Shorty? It is Shorty. On the exit of turn 3. Everyone doing well to avoid him. He's quite far out of the way, to be fair. So, very nicely rejoined there, Shorty. But unfortunate as well, because he was doing pretty well up in 8th. And now we've got Frenzy trying to hang it around the outside. Frenzy's on those soft tyres. They must be looking pretty bad by now, surely. So we've got going on gap-wise. Gap between Jack and Moylan is now 5.4 seconds. I wonder if those tyres have overheated a bit or just added loads of extra wear from what happened. What's his wing like? Doesn't look like he's got any damage. Well, not that I can see. There could be some floor damage or something like that, which I cannot see, which could be affecting his pace. We'll have to wait and see. But the gap kind of teetering around that 5.3, 5.4 area at the moment, but he has managed to gap little last kicker. So pace is definitely still there. James Alsey with that 3-second penalty. But Avi, I thought Avi was going to start catching up, and he did for a bit. The gap went from like 3 seconds to like 2.4, but then quickly rose again to 3.7. So Avi not as comfortable around Hungary, around other tracks by the looks of things. But we'll still see, there's still time. I mean, technically he's only got to find a second to pip him in penalties. Obviously you want to either do it on track, but if you're looking at it like that, just in terms of positions and points, just needs to gain a second. So Chubb sitting quite pretty in 7th at the moment. Plenty of a gap from behind him. Bit of a gap to catch up to Avi. Erez is on the back of Mr. Kyle. Cherry's on the back of Erez. And Rob's very close to the DRS of Cherry. Still got Frenzy for company. He's doing pretty well with those soft again still. Shorty's 2.2 behind Frenzy. Rob now within that 1 second mark. Sure, he goes really wide. Oh, and so did Frenzy. On turn 11 there. Any other gaps that are close? Now, this is kind of the closest battle going on right now, so we'll have to stick with this for the time being. Keep an eye on that gap between Moyland and Jack as well. So here we go, DRS open now for Erez. Enough of a speed advantage? No, he's going to have to sit behind Mr. Carl again. On those hard tyres, but again, the longer this goes on, the better this is for Erez. Erez is on the hard tyres, he'll be going to the end. Those mediums will start wearing out at some point, and Erez will still have plenty of grip on him. What's Cherry on behind him? Cherry's on the hard, so similar thing, and then Rob's mediums are probably in a similar sort of thing. They will start wearing out sooner than those hard tyres. Jack's now got the gap to under 5 seconds, but again, I'm surprised those softs are doing as well as they are at this stage of the Grand Prix. Cherry goes very deep into the chicane there at turn 6. And now Rob's right up the back of Cherry, and Cherry's actually lost DRS to Erez now, which could see Cherry come under fire down the straight. Moylan's in the pits. Here he comes. Decided to pit now. Must have seen a little gap. There is actually a gap forming. He does have a little gap behind Chubb. Oh, he's going for another. Okay, he's going for another set of softs. Oh, he's going to play the chase. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, he's done. I didn't see how many laps he did on those bloody tyres. I'll tell you what I can. I can have a look and see. So, okay, he's done about. Was it that early? Yeah, they all pitted at the same time, so about 15 laps, and he's only got 10 left, so he knows those softs can last. So all he's got to do now, he's got to get some pace on. And he could have played a blinder. This could be strategic genius from the man from Sheffield, Moylan, but we'll have to wait and see how it pans out, because Jack will have pace and has the gap and has track position. So Scotty picking up a time penalty, and obviously Moylan's obviously got to get through James Owl and Scotty. James Owl looks like he's struggling, but even though he's managing to stay holding his 4th place, looks like he's struggling a little bit. So what else we've got? What gap we've got? Erez and Mr. Cole still going at it. Rob Mackey's still very close to the back of Cherry, and Frenzy is still there as well. Frenzy's tyres, what were they? That must be like 15 laps now? Yeah, 15 laps as well. The mediums are 16, hards for 16 again. The hards and mediums, they've got wear in them to kind of spare, but... And Scotty's in the pits now. Scotty taking off those medium tyres. Set of softs to the end, I would have thought. He's going to miss out probably to Chubb as well. Should come out in front of Mr. Carl though. Oh, Mr. Carl's covered in anyway, so definitely will. The last thing we need now, for Moylan's sake anyway. And even James Owl a bit squirrely there on the exit. Under fire for Moylan. They're coming up to turn 4. This isn't really a place you want to maybe try the overtake. And Moylan does back out of it. That could have ended badly. But Moylan, James definitely is struggling. Moylan got a lot more pace. See every corner, Moylan stay. Oh, look at that! Look at the traction difference. Oh, James shuts the door. Moylan still round the outside. Goes off. Didn't get a penalty. Might have got a warning though. But now Moylan is up to 3rd, and the hunt is on. The hunt is on. If Jack pits, he's coming up behind Moylan now. So Jack will have to seed us through. Unless there's a safety car, Jack's going to have to seed us through and see what happens. But he has increased the gap over Jack, which has ended up increasing the gap over Moylan 4 now. So Moylan is on the prowl. He's got about 8 laps left to try and do it as well. Let's see what he can do. He's going to have to find a bloody lot of time. So we'll keep an eye on that gap. We'll check the gap to leader. 12.3 it is currently. So Avi up to 4th now. Avi staying out on those hard tyres again. Go to the end. Chubb's now on those hard tyres again up to 5th. James Ow's coming for a set of softs, so James should be faster again. I don't know if he's got any damage. Will be interesting to find that out. So James again comes out behind his teammate Scotty. Rob's there on those medium tyres up in 8th. Frenzy's on those softs up in 9th. Again, these guys still haven't pitted from their first stop. They might try and see it through. I mean, Rob might try and go to the end. He's got those medium tyres. He's got Frenzy behind him. Frenzy, I feel like, he could try and go to the end on those softs. But I feel like he's going to get much slower if those softs are even going to make it. Cherry's pitted and out in 13th. So, what's the gap coming down now? It looks like it's Moylan's gained about a second. 10.3. Okay, he's gained about 2 seconds. That's the sort of time he needs to gain about 2 seconds a lap. That's still not quite enough. But no, 2 seconds. 2 seconds a lap is enough if he can keep that up. Let's see this overtake now. This should be quite an easy one. Better traction. Little Oscar goes to cover off the inside early. Another fastest lap of the race for Moylan, and he gets the job done here. And he should also get a second dose of DRS, if I'm not mistaken. He does indeed. There we go. A little extra helping, just to help him pull away from Little Last Kicker overtaking him in the first place. And now the hunt is really on. Just him and track in between him and Jack. Well, there is a McLaren too, but that is probably the McLaren GGC. One's going to have to put those afterburners on, but not pick up penalties along the way. And Jack's going to be saving probably for knowing that if the lap time, if the gap keeps dropping like that, he's going to need some ERS to defend, whereas Moylan could be out of it. So Moylan's going to have to play it clever, have some ERS to attack. I don't think he'd ever be able to have as much as what Jack's going to have available, because Jack can just save. You just have to hold on. Those hard tyres will be quite old by then, but they should be hanging on. But the gap's not come down as much as I thought, but we have just kind of coming to the end of the twisty section. Moylan now should be coming to the back of GGC. What other close gaps we've got? We've got Shorty on Mr. Carl as well, and Erez on Rob. Erez on those fresher hards, Rob on those old mediums. Erez running a little bit wide. Got to be careful with the penalties. He's already got one. Let's see. That's dropped back a little bit actually after running wide there. James Howe with the new fastest lap of the race, 1:17.6 on those fresh softs, so he's found his pace again. And Rob comes into the pits now, fresh set of boots for the last few laps, so that releases Erez. Right, where's Rob going to come out? Rob's going to drop down to behind Frenzy, I think. I think he's going to drop from behind Frenzy. Moylan, the gap now, 6.4. It's looking more and more plausible as the laps go down, but he's still at the moment got to find over a second a lap. Ish. It's very, very close. If he can get to about... he needs to be... I don't know, what do you reckon? 5.5 seconds. He wants to be on there to be able to... The thing is, he needs to get there and have some time to attack. But he needs to have some stuff left to be able to attack. That's why, I mean... Jack's... I'll tell you what... Oh, he gains a lot in that last sector though with the traction that he's got so at the moment. It was sticking around 6 and then just dropped to 5.2. So, Moylan now looking to chase down Jack. Decent alternative strategy for Moylan. Whether it works out or not, it's given us something to look forward to in the last few laps of this race. There's been a few other battles going along across the field. So Shorty in 10th, half a second behind Mr. Carl. Let's see what Shorty can do behind Mr. Carl. Coming down the straight, we'll have some DRS. Go Moylan. We're rooting for him. People are rooting for you, Moylan. It'd be cool to see if it pans out. Complete alternative strategy. The time he gains in that final sector is mad though. Like it generally is mad. Even then actually, he's gained so much time through there. It's unbelievable. 3.9 the gap now. What was it before? 5 seconds? Was it 5? It's done about 1.5 seconds, and most of it's just coming that third sector. Caution, what's happened here? A safety car would pretty much ruin this. He's got it. Well, I mean, Jack's got a lot of ERS to deal with though, and he's not going to be easy to overtake. It could just be if Moylan still gets there with some time, with some stuff left on his tyres, the traction could just carry him round, but Jack's got a lot of ERS to play with. Although Moylan's done really well at managing it actually. It's quite a good battle to watch. Two racers of this quality kind of going toe to toe, knowing that they need to save to defend or they need to save to attack. Moylan does have the tyre advantage though. Jack tyres now, what are they, 20 laps old? 21 laps old in 6 lap old softs. So the softs are going to be pretty fresh. And this is where Moylan ends up chunking down the time. Now we've got Chubb and... Oh, James Howe's actually lost out to Chubb by the looks of things, or is that... Would he lose out to Chubb in the pit? Because James Howe's now really, really close to the back of him. I think he must have lost so short. Looking like go around the outside. It does get the job done on Carl there. Carl's tyres are looking... Oh, he's got a puncher, is he? No, okay, there was a few sparks coming out there. I thought he'd lost... I thought he had a puncher then. It was just Carl was scraping off the ground. Did Carl come in for tyres? He did, so medium. So they should be fine. They won't be punctured. Gap now between Moylan and Jack, 1.9 seconds. Moylan can see Jack. Jack can smell Moylan. Look at that. A few laps left. Plenty of VRS for Jack to defend with. Good chunk for Moylan to attack with. It's going to be interesting last few laps here for the race win. And Chubb's looking to get past. Chubb's looking to defend from James. James is looking to get past Chubb. James on those soft tyres. Chubb's gone to the inside to defend. James is on the outside. He just had the traction just to breeze around the outside. Oh, Chubb gets a better exit on that inside line, but he's got to have the outside for this. Going to try and close him off. James comes around the inside now, down into turn 2, sorry. and does get the job done now. So James through up into 6th from over Chubb. The gap's still 1.8 between Moylan and Jack, so it's going to have to be this last sector. We'll see if it keeps chunking it down or not. Tyres are dead already. Well, Moylan's, yeah, I think he's been pushing so hard. They've lost. I mean, he was chunking like 1.5 seconds. I mean, he's still gaining through this last sector, just nowhere near as much as he was. He needs to be within a DRS for the next lap, I think. He could also be taking a, could be having a little cool down. I mean, it's 1.3, so he still did gain, what, about half a second? 0.4, half a second just on that last sector there. So he's still got the time in him. It's just, it needs to happen soon. It needs to happen very soon. Oh, a little bit of a slide from Moylan there. So we've got Cherry getting past Mr. Carl. Carl's still in 10th though, looking to pick up a point. He's got 3 seconds back to Frenzy, so he's looking pretty healthy. Still looking at this. So James Al now almost within a second of Avi. So this could be another little battle that happens. James could catch up, getting that DRS. Gap 1.4. So Moylan's just not really gaining like much at all. He wasn't gaining too much through the first 2 sectors anyway. It was all in this final sector that will be coming up through these corners coming up now. Is where he started chunking it off, and then in the 3rd sector. So let's watch the gap. I mean, oh, that's tumbling. That is. That fucking tumbled. The extra grip he's got. He needs to get within a second. He needs it this lap. I mean, you don't really want to give Jack the opportunity to DRS you back on like the last lap, but you need to give yourself the opportunity to use DRS to at least catch up with him. He's within a second. He needs to make it to the line. He should be good with the extra traction. 0.8 of a second. This could be some perfect timing for him now. 7/10 of a second. He's got DRS now. Just use it to catch up. Jack's. I mean, Moylan's even out the ERS as well. If Moylan wins this, he's played an absolute blinder, even in conserving ERS. Jack's done all he can. He's not used his ERS. Knew that he was going to have to defend at some point. He saved up a good chunk to be able to defend from Moylan. Yes, his tyres are older. They're a harder compound, but they do have some good longevity on them. Moylan's only place really is going to be probably down that back straight. If Jack holds him off through there, it could be quite hard unless Moylan goes for a little bit of a lunge. So final couple of laps now. There's a few other battles going on through the field, but I think we've got to stay on board for this one. Jack fending off Moylan. Moylan on fresher softs, but obviously the softs don't last as long, so they are getting quite old now. About 9 laps old now, I think. He did get 15 out of his last set though. Or 14, 15. So they're not completely dead. And Jack's hards are very, very old too. This is where now we usually see Moylan start gaining a little bit. The gap stayed pretty samey, but it's still half a second. He needs to get a little bit closer, I think. I think he just might have taken it. I don't know if his tyres have got enough left in it. We're about to find out. We're probably about to see some overtake on. DRS is open. Overtake is on. Both overtakes on for both of them. Is Moylan going to be close enough? Not this time around. Still has a chance down into turn 2. Both in the exact same ERS. Oh, I think Moylan did have a bit of a wiggle on. That could have been his chances blown. Unless he's going to go for a little bit of a lunge. I think Jack's played it superbly. Well, Scotty gets the job done on a little arse kicker to claim the last podium place. So here's Moylan again. I think he's still going to have more grip through this little windy section. So can maybe try and gain up even closer. Just maybe send it down into turn 12 or something. See what Moylan tries to do. Does he have the extra traction that he needs to try and maybe get a run on Jack? Can Jack fend off Moylan? Fairly worn softs against very worn hards now. See what it's going to be. No lunge into turn 12. I think Jack's got it held. Don't think there's anywhere else Moylan can kind of get the job done now. It's all quite sweeping corners. It's too far back. And that's it. What a way to end the race. Jack pulls over. It's a drag to the line. Whoa, within 0.2 of a second there. But what an effort from Moylan. That alternate strategy. Very, very, very nice. Jack just held on just enough. I think Moylan just didn't have his tyres went off, just went at the opportune time. He was ready to kind of catch closer. He just lost a little bit of edge on tyres there, I think. Maybe saved a little bit too much DRS on a lap as well. But Jack again played a blinder, saved his ERS very, very well. Obviously knew he had there was a big gap. Fee from the end. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. A very good effort, though. To be fair, if you had another lap, possibly you could have got him another DRS. You were chunking the time away, though, Moyland. You were chunking like that, especially the last sector, mate. The last, like, as soon as you got to like sector 2, the last 2 sectors, the fucking time was chunking down. It's just unfortunate, but well played from Jack there, who claims the race win. Little ass kicker. Picks up 3rd place after Scotty's penalty, so well done for little ass kicker. 4th place Scotty, 5th place James Owl, 6th place Avi, 7th Chubb, 8th Cherry, 9th Frenzy, 10th Shorty, 11th Rob, 12th Mr. Kyle, 13th Erez and 14th GGC. Fairness never to be that close in pace. I mean, you had okay pace. I mean, Jack was fast, but the alternative strategy obviously gave you that option. Just unfortunate the tyres died off when they did, but it gave us a nice little good finish to the end. And again, Jack played it well with the saving and the managing of the gap. Waller, mate, sort your guys bunching out, mate. Jesus Christ, the size of it, mate. Park a fucking motorbike tyre in that. That's unfortunate. Good race though. Again, quite a few battles going on. A few like 4 or 5 car battles going on at certain parts of the race. You could see the difference in the tyres when people were coming through, and then the alternate strategy from Moyland almost clinched him a win, but just not quite. Jack had enough in the bag there to hold him off. So there we have it. Your winner, Jack Laters. 2nd, Moyland. 3rd, Little Arse Kicker. 4th, Scotty here. 5th, James Owl. 6th, Avi. 7th, Chubb. 8th, Cherry. 9th, Frenzy. 10th, Shorty. 11th, Rob. 12th, Mr. Carl. Let's quickly do this and go down there. 13th, Erez. 14th, GGC. 15th, Al and then obviously 16th, 17th for Werreld and Icaldike. But obviously, unlike LGD for DNF in, Werreld and Icaldike getting messed over by the game. So, driver of the day. It's tough because Chubb obviously was in last after the first lap. There was a safety car which brought him back into it, but he's still quite far back. Good recovery drive to get back up to 7th. Jack didn't really put a foot wrong and held off Moylan to the end. Moylan's alternate strategy was exciting and quite clever. I'm gonna give driver of the day to Little Arse Kicker. I mean, obviously, first one I've commentated on this season, so I don't know how long they've been in the league, but seemed pretty consistent, had some good pace, qualified well in the race. Didn't do anything like outstanding, but held their own very, very well throughout the whole race. James Owl was another good shout, but he did fall off quite hard in that second stint. He was dropping back quite substantially. Again, don't know if there was damage or anything there. But he had a very good race other than that. Found some pace at the end, but that middle stint did drop off quite a bit. So I'm going to give my driver of the day to Little Arse Kicker. So kick some ass there, mate. Well done. So yeah, decent race overall. Again, some good some battles across the field throughout it. No damage is hated the mediums. Yeah, I knew it had to be either or. Either the medium weren't working or you had some damage, but I didn't see you get any damage. So you lost a lot of time on those mediums, mate. It's unfortunate. You were looking fucking rapid as well, especially off that first one. That first stint, mate, you're looking so fast. So anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. It was nice to be back. Might be back a bit more. I'll have a little word with Hobo and see what maybe we can cook up, and maybe it'll be a. Oh, you let him go, did you? Okay. Yeah. Because obviously he was catching you a little bit, but I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. Just because you dropped so far behind, maybe obviously you didn't like those meads. Maybe you just had the pace on you then. I reckon if that second stint didn't happen for you, you probably would have been on the podium. I reckon because you were catching a little last kicker. I think if the mediums just fucked it for you, mate. Unfortunate. But yeah, so yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I've been DxT Nevo. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night. See you when I see you.